Hello. I hope you know that you don't need motivation every day. Yeah, because you won't feel motivated every day, but you still have to march on. Yeah, because the truth is, you do not need motivation every day. You only need a standard you refuse to drop below. Yeah. As we navigate day 93 of our 365-day ascent, we have officially entered the second quarter. Today is 2nd April, right? Hooray! The second quarter has begun. We have officially entered the second quarter of the year. This is the season where the new year glow has long since evaporated and the grits of daily execution begins to weigh heavily. In this space, many people go searching for a spark. They scroll for inspiration, wait for a sign, or pray for a burst of motivation to carry them to the next incline. Nevertheless, the truth of the fully agentic human is far more grounded. And that is, just like I said, you do not need motivation every day. You only need a standard you refuse to drop below. Let's consider the following then. Number 1, the fickleness of the spark. Motivation is a fair weather friend, right? It is an emotional state, a chemical high that is susceptible to the weather, your sleep quality, and the opinions of those around you. If your progress on this ascent is tied to how you feel, your growth will be as oscillating as the clock itself. So the day you don't feel like it, you don't show up. No. You would move in fits and starts, eventually stalling the moment the feeling leaves the room. To rely on motivation is to live as a passenger to your own emotions. It is to allow your progress to be manhandled by the whims of your mood. However, as a fully agentic human, as a leader of your own life, a person of high agency, does not wait for the spark to build the fire. Should I repeat? A person of a high agency does not wait for the spark to build the fire. He or she relies on the architecture of their standards. Number 2, the power of the floor. We often spend our time dreaming about our ceilings, the highest heights we hope to achieve. However, your life is not actually defined by your highest peaks. It is defined by your lowest acceptable floor. A standard is a non-negotiable baseline. It is the doctrine of your personal conduct that remains true even when you are tired, discouraged, or bored, meaning you are marching on regardless. So motivation says, I'll work out because I feel energized today. A standard says, I move my body every day because I refuse to inhabit a vessel of stagnation. You have no choice. Motivation says, I will lead with excellence because I am up for a promotion. I want people to see that there comes, and that is when I'll lead. No. A standard says, I possess a nature that is wise and strong. Therefore, excellence is my default setting, regardless of the audience. Like a speaker, you prepare to speak to 10 people just the same way you prepare when you're speaking to 1,000 or more. Yeah. When you say, or when you set a standard, you take the choice out of the moment. You no longer have to negotiate with yourself every morning. The decision has already been made by the version of you that is committed to the essence becoming more. Number 3, refusing the subtraction. The pain of staying small is often the result of having no flow. Without a standard, you slowly permit subtractions to leak into your life. You permit dogmas of laziness or opinions of mediocrity to lower your baseline until you find yourself living in a basement you never intended to occupy. A quarter. Refusing to drop below your standard is an act of regal self-respect. Self-leadership is the best form of leadership. I hope you know by now. You don't need anybody to say, hey, go get it done. You arise and you get it done. Refusing to drop below your standard is an act of regal self-respect. It is the realization that your live, move, and be is a mandate, not a suggestion. When you hold your line, you teach the world, and more importantly, you teach yourself that your agency is not for sale and your progress is not optional. Number 4, architecting your second quarter baselines. As we move deeper into this quarter, stop looking for more motivation. Instead, perform a structural audit of your standards. How? You may ask. Define the non-negotiables, or let me reframe it better. Define your non-negotiables. See the leaks and respect the pendulum. Let me explain this in detail. Why do you have to define your non-negotiables? What are the 3 things? It can be 6, it can be, but I believe in action. So you start with a baseline 3. What are the 3 things you will do for your vision, your mind, and your spirit every single day, even if you feel zero motivation? Even if you wake up and you don't feel like it, what are these 3 things you will do for your vision, for your mindset, and for your spirit every single day, even if you feel zero motivation? That is to define the non-negotiables. How do you see the leaks? Ask yourself, where have you allowed your standard to drop because you were waiting for a feeling that never came? That is to see the leaks. And then how do you respect the pendulum? Remember that time is oscillating. Today is 2nd, right? Yes, time is oscillating. A day lost to waiting for motivation is a day your agency, a day of your agency that you can never reclaim. Did you get it? A day lost to waiting for motivation is a day of your legacy that you can never reclaim. Meaning every day, time is oscillating. So once you are waiting for motivation today, it means the day will just be wasted because you might never feel motivated. Okay? Motivation gets you into the room, but standards keep you in the seat of power. Should I repeat? Motivation gets you into the room, but your standards keep you in the seat of power. So as a matter of fact, I am motivation. No. Because motivation will only get you there. What will keep you there in your agency, in your fullness, authority and capacity is the standards you keep. Okay? The mission for today, day 93, is to pick one area of your life where you have been sliding. Today, draw a line in the sand. Set a floor that you will never drop below again. Did you hear? Draw a line in the sand. Of course, I'm not asking you to get outside your house to go do that, but it's a mindset. Draw a line in the sand. Set a floor that you never drop below again. The essence is not worn by those who are always inspired, waiting to be inspired, to be motivated before you do what you know you are supposed to do. No. It is worn by those who are always consistent. Even if you don't feel like it, when you feel like it, when you don't think you can do it, you learn on the job. Whatever there is, you march on regardless. Yeah, the essence is not worn by those who are always inspired or motivated. It is worn by those who are always consistent. The essence continues. Hold the line. Set your standards, because you won't be motivated every day, but you still need to become more, do more, and give more. The Lady Keziah is my name. I'm a licensed psychosocial counselor and a transformative mindset coach. If you want to work with me, visit my channel, my link, my channel, my page, or my profile, Facebook, YouTube. You can find my link there. Book a session with me, because of course we can become more, do more, and give more. In the comment section, let me hear what resonates with you. Much love and